DocsCube brings you simple and flexible document workflow automation. Turn your documents into web forms in one click. Send them by email, share link, or embed them directly on your website. Have the pre-filled documents ready in no time. Automate all your repetitive actions using workflows. Design what needs to happen and when you would like it to happen using drag and drop Visual Builder. Effortlessly collect data, pre-fill documents, set up custom approvals, and send for signing. There is more! Save your time even further by automating your entire pipeline. Have the systems track and generate all the bundles of information and documents for you. Automate the entire process. Set up action events, or trigger the entire workflow based on the stage of the process. Documents, workflows, and web forms connected in one platform. On the Templates page, we can go to the Roles tab and see all the variables contained in the document. Adding a new variable is easy. Just type it inside double brackets and click the Analyze button on the left side. Now, once we have the variables, we can quickly create a workflow for this template. We give it a name and choose if we want to automatically create web form based on the variables inside the template. This button will take you directly to the Workflow Builder page. Now we can decide what will happen with the generated document. We can choose the Send for Input action that will send the created web form to the client. And here we specify how the email will look like. We can also use variables. After the client submits the information from the web form, we can tell the system to pre-fill the document. By clicking Automatically Map Fields, the system will connect the web form fields with the variables inside the document. We can see the created workflow here and quickly preview what it does. Let's launch it. All we need to do is select the person who needs to submit the web form, and the workflow will do the rest. The client will receive an email with this link. Once he submits the information, the workflow will pre-fill the document. If we refresh, we can see that all the actions are completed. And if we open the document and click on Preview, we can see the pre-filled information. In the case pipeline, here we can set up the pipeline steps. For example, we can add draft, in progress, and completed. Once we have the steps, here in the case template, we can define all the stakeholders we want to track in this process. So we can add client, we can add field for the manager, we can add comments, or any other information that is important for the request. Now we can associate entire workflow that will be launched once a case enters this step. This button will take us to the workflow builder. Here we add all the template documents and web forms that we want to create in this step. Now we can add actions that we want system to execute once the case is in this step. For example, we can send email, we can choose email template, and send this to any stakeholder present in the case template. We also support variables. By clicking on the pipeline step, we can see the actions that are going to be executed when the case enters this step, as well as the status of the actions. Now, when we create a case, we can select who is the assignee, who is the party, and fill all the information that we have in the case template. Once the case enters the In Progress step, the system will launch the workflow we designed. In this case, it will create a document and it will send an email to the assignee. Here we can see everything that happened and keep track of all the changes.